To sleep, perchance to dream. Ah, there's the rub, leaving the bard behind for a moment. We sleep and dream every night, but few of us can remember or make sense of what we dream. We began this discussion earlier this week and now follow it up with psychotherapist Mark Hagan. Mark, you've created a home page on the World Wide Web to solicit dream experiences and create a dream data bank. Why a dream bank?
Well, you know, I've been working now in private therapy for about almost 8 years. I've been interested in dreams for almost 20 years. Through my own dreams and through the dreams of my clients, I've collected only about 12,000 dreams total. And slowly I'm more interested in social processes, large numbers, to see what sort of topics people are thinking about in their dreams. And, you know, in terms of Canadians, I'm looking at trying to get a large number of Canadian dreams to sort of measure the pulse of what's going on in the unconscious of Canadians.
What are you finding so far?
There are a lot of topics. Certainly the primary topic seems to be the family and the workplace. So economic issues and home issues seem to be very primary.
Now you differentiate between dream interpretation and dream work.
That's right. I mean, if somebody comes to me, you know, it doesn't matter who, if you come to me, you're always interested in asking, you know, what does this dream mean? You know, I don't understand it, you know, I have some thoughts about it, but I really can't put it together. And so people are interested in dream interpretation. And what I'm interested more is, why was this dream created at all? And people are thinking usually about their daily life, family, home, whatever it might be. And so I'm interested what goes into creating the dream as versus the meaning that you're interested in. Because if I understand how the dream is created, then I understand more about your personality, how you problem solve, what you're doing, coping with everyday life.
What kinds of factors affect the way we dream, what we dream?
Certainly culture does, and I'm very interested to receiving dreams also from other countries, and I have seen dreams from other people, from Africa, from Europe certainly, from the Philippines, things like that. So I'm very interested to see what the cultural factors are. Certainly in Canada, I mean, there are all sorts of factors. I mean, on the news today you saw a major nightmare with a plane blowing up, and certainly there's all sorts of things that happen. Certainly the media influences dream content a great deal, whether that's the news, whether that's film, whether that's radio, or whatever the media channel might be.
Have you uncovered certain common elements and themes in dreams?
Certainly I think that there's age-related issues. What I've been seeing lately is in children is that because there's been a lot of marriage breakups and divorces in the last 15 years, children's self-perception, which is reflected in dreams, is very damaged for a great number of children. And if you proceed then a little bit further, you'll also find in adolescents, let's say and young adults, the age group between 18 and 25, we know that there is a very high statistic of about over 25% of unemployment. That has to be very damaging. And of course, if I do get the dreams of that age group, then I see that damage because their self-perception, their self-esteem is in question, and then their perception of the future is also in question. And so that makes their outlook in terms of, you know, creating a family, finding an occupation, things like that, very problematic.
How do you know when to pay attention to a dream? In other words, when it's a signal that there's something seriously wrong?
There's no question that, I mean, some dreams are pure and simply entertainment. You know, I'm always asked that question, you know, like, aren't dreams just entertainment? You know, do we have to always pay attention to them? And I agree. I mean, some dreams, you know, enjoy yourself, you know, have fun, you know, let loose. I mean, that's what, to a certain extent, the dream is also there for.
Some dreams are disturbing and you wake up thinking, oh, you know, what was that all about? But right. When do you just dismiss and say, oh, it was just a dream? And when do you say, geez, maybe I should do something about this
right.
or that?
Well, it depends on the context of the dream. I mean, you know, and the nightmare, which is usually a disturbing dream. And very often disturbing dreams come when you have to make a serious decision, or you're under stress, whether it's at the workplace. I mean, in Ontario, the cuts have created a lot of nightmares in this province. And I mean real ones in terms of the nighttime, not only the daymares that people have had. And, you know, I also work up at Mohawk College, and I know people down at McMaster, and I know teachers, you know, and they haven't been sleeping too well. So very often when there is a critical situation that's coming, you're very often having nightmares or dreams that are creating problems. Now, the thing is, though, is that usually every dream shows you a way out, can also show you opportunities of ways to go. And so listening to that may reduce your stress.
What do you hope to achieve down the road, Mark, through this dream database?
I'm very interested in the mental health of Canadians, of the mental health of the globe, so to speak. And I think that we don't pay enough attention to dreams. And one of my goals is to have dreams more institutionalized in terms of schools, make it available. Most schools are now getting onto the internet, making it available to schools, mental health facilities, things like that. The dream is something that people are very afraid to talk about because usually they don't know what it means. And if you don't know something, if it's unknown, you have a fear of that unknown.
If you have a dream, no matter how wild or crazy it may be, you can contact dream researcher Mark Hagan 3 ways. We're going to tell you those 3 ways right now. The Dream website, the address is www.dreamresearch.ca. You can email him through Dream Experiences at dreamresearch.ca. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way. Mail your dream to Box 63104, University Plaza, Postal Outlet 34, Plaza Drive, Dundas, Ontario, L9H4H0. Thank you, Mark, and sweet dreams. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us. Whether you remember it or not, you dream every night 4 to 6 times, according to researchers. But for centuries, we have wondered what these nightly images meant. About a year ago, we spoke with Mohawk College psychology professor Mark Hagan about his dream research, which was aimed at compiling a dream bank. And he joins us today on the News at Noon. Hello, Mark.
Hi.
What happened after we asked for dreams? What kind of response did you get?
I got a very good response. I got quite a few dreams over the internet itself. Also got quite a few dreams over the P.O. box. And the dreams range, the dreams that I received were in the age group of 9 years old to about 66 years old. So I got quite a large range from childhood all the way to the elderly.
Now you have whittled this all down to a number of observations.
Right.
Just run through some of the points that you've discovered about our dreams.
Right. One of the things, as I was mentioning to you, is that I firmly see that in people's dreams that the unconscious has been secularized. And basically that means that you don't see too many religious dreams anymore. I believe that media has replaced ritual. And you still see people, let's say, above 50 years old, still going to church in their dreams. Mm-hmm. But you don't see it too many times below that age group. So that's one thing. Certainly, we also have other issues. I think I mentioned last time that I was on the air, is that gender roles are still changing. Women are looking to change their roles within the social structure. The feminist movement is very strong still in Canada, and I think will continue. Certainly that's had also an impact on families. Sometimes that creates power struggles in families. One child's dream that I received was basically that, you know, mommy and daddy were fighting, you know, and unfortunately I really didn't want to return, you know, any sort of message there, because I don't think that that'd be fair to the child nor to the parents. Certainly the other thing is that there is a lot of financial insecurity out there. Uncertainty by a lot of Ontarians as to where things are going, what's going to happen tomorrow in the future. I think that in terms of dreams, you can look at how people plan, and they do plan their futures. It isn't only that people dream about their past and their memories, but they also try to plan their futures. And it was, as I was discussing earlier with you, one woman that I thought was a very positive dream. I mean, if it's possible to do that, then I thought it was very good. She sent me 2 dreams. The first dream was about 18 years ago. So she sends me, the first dream is 18 years ago. The second dream is the present. And the first dream dealt with that she was building her house and that everything had to be meticulously planned. So she's probably planning her financial future, she's planning her family, things like that. The second dream is about the present. And in the present, she's with some friends on vacation, things like that. And she's supposed to go in front of an audience, and she says she needs a script, and she can't, you know, sort of act without a script and things like that. Everything has to be sort of aligned. The friends say, don't worry about it, you know, just do it. And the way that I interpret the 2 dreams is that earlier on in life, you have to plan your financial future. You have to look at where you're spending, your family, things like that. And in the present, people are starting to tell her, listen, you're fine, you've got everything under control, you can be more spontaneous, things like that. So that I thought was a very positive dream in terms of finances and planning your future and things like that. There are a lot of other people that don't have as much hope for their future. I think that especially adolescents, young adults, I was reading a statistic last week from StatsCan that basically said that the 18 to 25-year-old age group that are single, 67% of those people are living under the poverty line. So you can imagine the type of dreams that they have. They feel there's no opportunity, there's no future, things like that, so they can't plan. So there's something else. I do believe that status seeking in our society is a very important thing. We've always had it in our ideology, and what's happened in the last 6 or 7 years is that our society has become much more rigid in terms of mobility within the the social structure in terms of status. So that's created a lot more tensions also within our society.
Even though you say that this tells you that there is, in essence, a metaphorical death of the Canadian dream, the interesting thing is you believe that there's a way of influencing your dreams positively.
Absolutely.
That can collectively have a positive influence on future societies. Quickly, we just got about a minute left, Mark.
Right.
Tell me about your 7 habits of good dreaming, just very quickly, to make your dreams a better experience.
Right. I think that the first habit has to do with caring, empathy, loving. I think that that's very important. The second habit would be getting in the habit of looking at your anxieties, facing your anxieties with some courage, trying to master your anxieties, whatever they might be, whether financial, partnership, work, whatever it is.
Deal with your problems.
Deal with your problems. The third one is when you're dealing with your problems, be assertive as versus aggressive or violent, because violence is not going to solve the problem. If anything, it's just going to escalate it. The fourth habit is more directed towards your career, your work. Search for positive opportunity that can enhance your career. The last 3 are creativity, play, humor, entertainment. Some dreams are entertainment. They should be entertainment.
And be entertained in your dreams.
That's right.
You'll have a more entertaining life.
And the last one is truth. Be truthful to yourself as well as to others, and I think that that would lead to a very positive direction.
You're still looking for dreams. We're going to put the address, and here it is on the DREAM website, www.dreamresearch.ca. Mark Hagan, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Connie.
Pleasant dreams. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us.